Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Yo, check it out. Lil Boosie Badazz, he done beat the system. Yes, he beat the system. He outplayed them, wound up with time served. All his haters wanted him to get 100 years. They wishing nothing but bad on him. But that's all I want y'all to understand, that little Boosie has beat the system. He got sentenced to time served. I'm going to break down why and how and all the different crazy rumors that's going with it. Just remember, Boosie Badazz didn't snitch, Boosie didn't fold, and Boosie didn't tell. This is how it play out. All right?
Keep it going.
You know what it is. Unique Mecca Audio, man. We hear Boosie Badazz didn't tell, he didn't snitch. Let's see how it played out. This is what Boosie had to say after he came out the courtroom. All right?
I'm back. I give all praise to God, man. I knew it the whole time. I've been telling y'all, but anyway, Boosie back, man. The Boosie back tour. Get your date right now. You already know how I'm coming. Pop, 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 pop. Get your date right now. The Boosie back tour. You better get your date right now. The phone jumping. You know I'm selling out, man. Come on. Hey, I'm blessed to have my freedom on. It's trying to turn up now. You know, couldn't do a lot of shit because of this situation that I was going through, but I got 3 movies ready. You know, I got probably 7 albums ready. And I'm finna push the gas, man. I can do shows again. I'm finna push the gas, man. 2026. We lit for 2026 and shit. All my Boosie fans, we back, baby. I ain't going nowhere. God did it for us again.
All right, so that's where we at, man. Lil Boosie has spoken. He let it be known where he at to all his little Boosie fans that he back, right? So check it out. Just like I start off saying, Boosie Badazz didn't snitch, he didn't fold, and he didn't tell on nobody, and Boosie won. All right? And that got a lot of people sick to their stomach. I know that, right? But I think Boosie gets a round of applause. I think Boosie gets a round of applause. Relax, y'all. Relax, man. Could I finish my little commentary or what, man? Right? Let me set the record straight, right? In the streets, when they say felon with a gun, they already counting the years when they said that. You know what I mean? They count how many years you're going to get, 4, 6, 8, 10 years, especially when your name rings bells, especially when you Boosie Badazz. And that's what was happening that I watched play out. A lot of this been sickening me to my stomach. That's why I haven't really been making videos, and I apologize, but I got to get used to this new social media that people just say anything and lie on people and get away with it like that. But, you know, so when the sentence come back time served, people don't ask, how did he beat it? They ask, who did he tell on? Yo, how did we get here? They don't say how did he beat it. You know, they say, who did he tell on? Now, that shows how twisted this game of social media really is, so you understand, right? Now, the street code breakdown. Let me break this down, you know, in the real code, not internet code, all right? Telling is when you give names, you give statements, you trade freedom for someone else's cage. That ain't happened here. Boosie was on this by himself. We're going to get into how he got caught up in all that. You know what I mean? That did not happen here, right? So what happened was there was no victim, no violence, no trial, no evidence of harm. A clean legal play. His lawyer masterfully he ran through the system and did what they get paid best to do. That's not snitching. Stop it. That's not snitching. That's lawyering up and playing chess. Boosie played chess with the government and he won. He walked away with time served. That's considered as him winning. For any one of you rat bastards and flip-flop wearing in public looking for something to criticize, yes, he won. When you get a gun charge and you walk away with time served on a gun charge, and your name is Boosie Badazz, you won, dog. Round of applause to Boosie again for that. We had to give him a round of applause, man. Relax, y'all. Relax. Check this out, right? The judge didn't wake up and say, oh, let me bless Boosie today. I want to be nice to Boosie today. Nah. The judge looked at the charges, the facts, the plea, the responsibility that Boosie took, and the time that he already served, and said, we're not throwing years on top of this. We're definitely not doing that. That's the system working for once, not against him. Remember that. That's the system working with him and not against him. All right? What could have happened, right? Let's have some real talk here. What could have happened, right? Let's be honest. If Boosie played tough guy, if he went to trial, if he had rolled the dice, they could have buried him, right? Federal time don't play. That could have been years. That could have even been career ending for Boosie. Instead, he walked out free. That's called beating the system. That's not luck. That's experience. Because Boosie done been down this road before. And we know his lawyers did because he know how to pick them wisely. And the lawyers get a round of applause too. Everybody gets a round of applause in this joint. Everybody gets a round of applause in this joint, man. Gotta celebrate when a man beats the system, man. All right, let's go. Now, Boosie's energy right now. Do y'all put in the comments if Boosie have a right to have the energy that he has right now, right? And let's talk about Boosie himself. You see him, right? Chest out, shoulder shrug, smile on his face. You know why? Because he been to hell before. He served time on death row, wherever you want to say PC on death row, all that is serving time on death row. He know what prison feel like. He know what losing years of his freedom feel like. So when he beat it, yeah, he got every right to feel like he's the man. He got every right to feel like he's the man. Because everybody don't make it back from the dark side, right? The haters, right? Let's call them out, right? Now, the haters. And here's the ugly part. Some people didn't want Boosie to go free. Some people actually wanted to see this man in prison. And y'all put in the comments, why do you think Boosie should be in prison, for those of y'all that feel like he should be in prison, you know? Now, they wanted a headline. They wanted a downfall, and they wanted to say, see, I told you so. He was no good. He was never going to change. Not because of justice, but because it was Boosie Badazz. Same one screaming street code, be cheering when a black man lose. That's what's crazy. They cheer that day from the street, but yet they rallying and keyboard gangstering and keyboard shooting off bullets, you know, because they wanted this man to lose. Come on, that's fake love, that's fake code, that's internet streets. Welcome to the internet streets. I'm learning that. I'm gonna get back into my regular rotation, but this joint been sickening me to my stomach. A lot of this I've been seeing. I'm just figuring out how to give my opinion and intake on it. You know what I mean? And be most respectable so that the words is listened to instead of criticized, even though we know we're going to have rat bastards and flip-flop wearing in public trolls coming out of nowhere, because that's what they do, because they have no content. Now, the final street code message, right? Here's the real lesson. Winning your case, right? Winning your case ain't snitching. Surviving the system ain't selling out. The streets don't reward loyalty. The streets reward mistakes. Ain't that crazy? Boosie didn't make one this time. And that's why he's free, right? So salute to Boosie Badazz, right? Not because he's perfect, not because he's untouchable, but because he beat what was designed to break him. He beat what was designed to break him. And if that makes people uncomfortable, good for you. Good for you. You know what I mean? If that make you uncomfortable. That's what winning look like, right? That's what winning look like. But now I want to take my time and ask y'all a couple of questions, and I want y'all to really put in the comments and let me know what y'all think it is, right? Now, I got some street code questions for y'all, right? Now, if a man beats his case without telling, why do people automatically scream, he's snitching? Is that jealousy or ignorance or something else? Put that in the comments, let me know. Is using a good lawyer playing the system, or is it just being smart when the system is built to bury you? Put that in the comments. Rewind this if I'm speaking a little fast, but I want to slow down my rhythm. If the streets don't pay your lawyer, your bond, or your commissary, why are they judging how he survived? Put that in the comments. Is street code about loyalty, or is it about who ends up free and who ends up forgotten? So, you know, you get 30 years like I just did 26. I was forgotten for 26 years, but now they got internet. And my name stayed on the street because I made a legendary mark. If you take a plea with no names, no statements, or no victims, is that snitching or just business in your opinion? Now, why do people celebrate a rapper going to prison faster than they celebrate him beating a case? Put that in the comments. Would the same people call in snitching, trade places, and do the time themselves? Yes or no? Talk to me. Is prison really honorable, or is it just proof the system outplayed you? Because I feel like I was outplayed when I wound up with life plus 20, you know? If you already did years and you learned the game, oh, you wrong for moving smarter the next time? Like how Boosie moving smart enough to get this knocked down at time served? Is street code about protecting your people or protecting other people's opinion? Y'all put that in the comments. Let me know where you at, man. But that's Boosie Badazz. He beat the joint. And if y'all don't remember what happened, you already know he was at a video shoot. While he at the video shoot, you know, he walked up, he had a gun in his back. They seen the gun in the back. They was filming it. Either the feds or the state was on his line on real live time and saw the actual live, or one of those rat bastards and flip-flop wearing public trolls that was there that seen it. They pointed it out and called the feds and said he got a joint on him. Now Boosie riding down the street. As he riding down the streets, you know what I mean? They pull him over, and when they pull him over, they find a whole bunch of guns in the joint. You know what I mean? Say, oh, you trying to start a war, boy. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, he get locked up for it. The state picked it up. He was going to get, I think, 2 years in the state probation and war scot-free there. And the Fed said, nah, we want more than that. We want to take him away from his lovely family. So they winds up, brings him over to the Fed. They can bring him over to the Feds. He get a judge that looked at it and said, hold up, they was going to give you 2 in the state. Now they want to give you 2 probation in the state of that. Now they want to give you 4 years in prison or 2 years in prison. Judge said, I'm not going for it, you know. So he looked out for Boosie, blessed him, and that's how that played out. What do y'all think about this? Put it in the comments and make sure you subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel, and Juanita Mecca Audio and Real Boss TTTV. All right. And if you need to call, you want to hoot, holler, pick the phone up, but just know, don't call me thinking you're going to talk for nothing. I don't care if it's $1, $5, $10, whatever it is. The Cash App work. The Cash App don't work. Don't call. Call somebody that got time to play your games. Simple as that. All right.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio.